Virgil, a frustrating start to 2026. What's your verdict on that?
Yeah, listen, I mentioned it before the game. It was always going to be a tough game, and it showed. I think we didn't create that much chance today. I think that was the frustrating part. I think we defended well. Obviously kept a clean sheet, but overall, obviously, you want to win, and we should have done better in the last part of the game.
What was it that Leeds did that made it so difficult for you guys to create chances? Because, like you say, they restricted you for the majority of the game. There was chances for you maybe from set pieces. That's about it, really. Yeah,
one chance for me personally, but yeah, it's very tight. Midfield is close to the defenders. Obviously, back five, and obviously a lot of intensity that they put in there, the way of defending, and you have to then try and sort of be patient, but still play the right pace, intention, switch to side. And obviously it's all easy to say these things, but when you're on the pitch, it's never that easy. But it's clear that we should have done better in that sense, and but we take the point, start of the year, and there's no time to dwell on any of that. We have to recover now and travel to London on the day after tomorrow.
You say the start of the year, I mean, obviously it's the halfway point of the season as well. It's been a very up and down first half for you. How are you feeling about the second half and what's ahead for this Liverpool team now?
Just being excited, just have to go for it. You play for one of the biggest clubs in the world, if not the biggest, and you have a challenge each and every 3-4 days, different competitions, so you have to enjoy it. Enjoy the hard work. And obviously, emotions come with winning, losing, unfortunately, as well. But that's all part of the game. But you have to enjoy it. We have a very privileged position, so we have to go out there, enjoy it, and try and win each every game ahead of us. And that's what we tried today. It wasn't good enough, like I said in the last part of our game. But on to the next.
Thanks, Virgil.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
I was honest as always. What was the problem in terms of creating today for Liverpool at home against Leeds, missing their key defender?
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's not only tactical. Sometimes it's just it's an attitude thing, an urgency, a desire. I did think late on in the game they weren't playing wide enough. Chiesa came on and he didn't really know where he was standing. Gakpo came on, but so did Ungamoa, and they were sort of tripping over each other themselves, standing in the same position. Conor Bradley, normally an attacking threat down the right-hand side, I thought that was one of his worst games. There was just nothing really, no creativity. I said to Macca before the game, I said, I like the balance of Liverpool's team, but I don't really see many goal scorers. I don't see, normally you see a Salah and a Ekitike and an Isak and a Gakpo, and you think, yeah, there's goals amongst those. Really look at that team today. I mean, Wirtz is struggling for goals, struggling for performances. You've got a right back or a right wing back playing in place of Mo Salah at the moment. It just shows you, Macca just mentioned it to me then, people saying that Mo Salah should have been dropped or rested or whatever.
Sold or finished
or whatever. I mean, that's them without Mo Salah. I mean, he's a difference maker. Even when he's not playing well, he can still score goals, and all is forgiven, Mo, I suppose.
There's just no structure when he's not there. Everybody just played anywhere tonight. We had 3 right backs this evening. It was Bradley, and then it was Frimpong, and then it was Szoboszlai. It's like the manager's searching for ideas, and the substitutes came on and all did exactly the same thing. They weren't trying to change the angle. They weren't trying to get round the sides, round the back and pull things back. It was just chop, chop, and it was just nothing, side to side, slow as you like. I mean, Virgil was right in him saying we didn't move the ball from side to side quick enough. At the end of the game, there was no acknowledgement that the game was coming to an end. They were just slow, back to Canate, back there. Just pumping stuff into the box at times causes a little bit of chaos, gets the crowd up. But today, it was as if, they didn't know that it was the 95th minute, it was the 96th minute. It was just all slow, and maybe we'll get there. And John Hutchison said I think in commentary, they could have been playing for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. They never, ever looked as if they were going to lay a glove on Leeds, which is incredible. Incredible. They had an opportunity to go 5 points clear. And it was another flattered to deceive performance. Wolves in the second half, Tottenham in the second half. today, it wasn't a surprise today the way they've played, because Liverpool have just been like that all the time. You just don't know what performance you're going to get with this new look Liverpool team, unfortunately. And they could easily throw a performance like that in against Fulham. And then, as he said, then they'll go to the Emirates and they'll get beaten heavily if they play like that, with that type of, laissez-faire attitude. I thought it was really disappointing tonight, I did.
Is that the big thing for you? You mentioned at the start their attitude, and it wasn't spot on today, and that didn't set the tone.
They want to win.
For Liverpool.
Of course they want to win, but it was just no urgency, was it? It was just slow from the very start, going backwards all the time and just side to side. Sometimes you need a little bit more, get up and go and, go and tackle somebody, get the crowd behind you. The crowd were flat today. Do you know why? Because what they were watching, they might as well have been in the house. Paid good money and they received zilch today, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think attitude has never been in question with Liverpool over the last sort of dozen years or so. I mean, it's always been a great place to watch your football at Anfield. But I think it was more, a lack of ideas tonight, a lack of urgency. It's easy to single out people as well. As I say, Conor Bradley had a quiet game for him today. Ekitike started the game well, but fizzled out in the second half. Wirtz, people keep telling me, he's getting better. He's in top form now. He's not. He really isn't. He's showing glimmers.
It's an ongoing problem, Michael.
He's showing glimmers of flashes of brilliance, which you would expect. But, I mean, he's not a left-sider for starters.
That's what I'm saying. It's an ongoing problem is where to fit him in, how to get the best out of him.
He's not a wide player. And for those people that come back and say, he played on the left in Germany before, he didn't. He played as a sort of an inside, he's played as a number 10, two number 10s, a little bit like Manchester United play with Cunha and Mbermo. He played as the Cunha position, let's say. He played inside the pitch as a number 10. He didn't get chalk on his boots. He's not strong enough and not quick enough to be a wide player. He needs to play inside. Gakpo needs to play on the left, and they need to fight. If they're going to play Wirtz, he needs to play inside as a sort of a knitting number 10 type of player. Obviously, Salah will come back on the right. And Ekitike, I mean, I love the guy. I think he's brilliant. Quiet game in the second half. Isak, obviously. Listen, it's so easy to be negative. There's so much positive. There's so many great players in that Liverpool team. It will come good in time. There's too many good players. But at the moment, I mean, that was a frustrating watch.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I don't often scream when I'm back. I was like, this is, it was so annoying watching that today. It was like banging your head against the wall, wasn't it?
He just looked, I just think when Florian plays on the right or the left, they just really look unbalanced because he wants to drift centrally all the time. So you have to find a way of getting him in the team in that 10 position and still having the width. But everybody wanted to play inside the pitch today. The fullbacks were passing the ball and running into the areas where the right winger or the left winger was going to be. So it was so congested in there that nothing was working.
On Stach, Leeds United delighted with their point. Let's see what the Liverpool manager thinks of theirs. Here he is, Arne Slot.
Happy New Year to you. Not quite the start to the new year you would have hoped for, I'm sure.
No. You would like to start off with a win, but it was difficult. I don't think we were able to play many times through their low block, but the few times we did, sometimes we didn't have enough bodies in front of the goal. And in other moments when we did create or we were close to a goal, we were a bit unfortunate. And then in the end, I thought it would have been the same as so many times this season, that we then concede a goal and we lose it with 1-0, but that was offside, and so that's why it ended up in a 0-0.
What needs to happen to break through a low block that was so well regimented tonight by Leeds?
I think everyone knows. It's if you look at football, and especially in the Premier League, you see two ways of unlocking it. It's hardly ever an attack over 15 to 20 passes. It's 99. It's a lot of times an individual action, which we saw today a few times Jeremy Frimpong doing. You need pace, you need to be quick, you need to dominate your 1v1 on the sides. Or, as we see a lot in the Premier League, a set piece can unlock a low block. And I don't think we were close with one set piece with Virgil, and we were a few times close with mainly Jeremy with a 1v1 pace, 1v1 action. but not enough to hurt them enough and to score a goal.
There was an incident in the first half when Ugo Ekitike was through and on goal. He stayed on his feet and had his shot, and eventually it was all blocked and cleared by Leeds. But there was a big shout there for a possible penalty, and there is a thought process that goes along the lines of that had he gone down, he might have got the decision, but he tries to be honest, stay on his feet, and the decision doesn't come his way. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think it's a surprise to anyone that one of my players stays on his feet in a situation like this. I think it was West Ham away when Paqueta tried to get his second yellow card, where one of my players tried to get him out of that situation, because that is mainly who we've been this season. Of course, one or two times you can find a moment where you say, there they went to the floor when it wasn't a foul, but it's just the team who we are, and unfortunately this is not recognized a lot, because in the second half I saw players of them going down in their own box so many times, and every time the referee rewarded that with a free kick. So yeah, the big question is, should we change, yes or no?
So should you?
I don't think we should, because this is who we are, but I'm hoping other people change and see what we do and what other teams do as well. But okay, it has nothing to do with the end result of today. Let's be completely clear. Although, if he goes down, it's probably a red card and a penalty. I'm not sure if that's true, but it would definitely be a penalty, and that would have increased our chances of winning a game against a team that came here to defend a lot. But we stayed on our feet, as we've done many times.
OK, frustration for Liverpool, but delight for Leeds. 6 unbeaten now in the Premier League. Anton Stach is waiting to talk to us live at Anfield. Anton, well done. How good does that feel? Another positive result on the road?
Yeah, I think it's a really good start to the new year. So we take the point, of course. Really nice.
Yeah, and as I say, 6 unbeaten now. I mean, you can see the confidence and belief within the group.
Yeah, of course. I think you can see it. I told it last week. I think in the beginning we were a bit unlucky in the season and we dropped some points. But now we play with confidence, and to keep the point today, I think it was tough. We had to suffer a lot against a really good Liverpool side. But there you can see, when you keep working as a team together, you can reach these goals.
Yeah, and the longer it went today, did the more belief that you could frustrate Liverpool come into you?
Yeah, of course. We had the feeling in the second half sometimes maybe we could have scored a goal. Of course, we had not many chances, but sometimes we had good counter-attacks. We need to improve just to play the perfect pass, and then we can create some chances, and then we can score. But today we take the draw.
Anton, it's Steve McManaman. Congratulations tonight. How much are you looking forward to the Manchester United game at the weekend? Should be some atmosphere.
Yeah, of course. I think now the most important thing is to recover, because it was a long running session today. But when we recovered, of course, it's a really big game, and we are already on fire to score against Manchester United and to win the game.
Yeah, well done, Anton. It's Michael Owen here. I was just wondering, you've played against Liverpool twice now, obviously a high-scoring draw and then a 0-0 draw today. What's the secret of playing them? Because you've frustrated them both times.
Yeah, maybe this is the secret you need to be strong mentally, of course, because they have so good footballers. You need to suffer, and you need to, in the small periods where you have the ball, you need to be very good and on it, and to frustrate them, to frustrate the fans maybe. And this is what we got today, and so we got 2 points against Liverpool. I think it's really good.
It certainly is. Anton, very well done. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
James, that was some contest at times. I guess you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good battle, and they're a great side, obviously. They've not been their best this season, but you know what quality they have, and any moment they can unlock your defence. And today we did a good job collectively, so yeah, pat on the back for us.
You could tell, couldn't you, Ilya, just by the frustration, the noise around Anfield, that you were doing your job well?
Yes, of course. I think we as the players, we try to abstract from the fans. It's not always easy, but we try it. And I think how we acted today as a group, like a collective, was really impressive. And we had a really good away game at Anfield.
In terms of the contest itself, how different was it from the 3-3 at Ellen Road? Because again, frustrating for Liverpool, but good for you.
Yes, of course. I think it was a different game. Especially the second half at home, and Ellen Road was much more wild because then they scored 2 out of our mistakes. And today, we were really aggressive and we were compact and didn't allow a lot of chances, I would say. And it was a really good away game from us, but a very different game compared to Ellen Road.
James, is that something that you'd worked on just because of the organisation, the game plan? It was superb.
Yeah, there was a lot of emphasis going on in the few days before the game about trying out a different kind of shape with different players, and a couple of people that haven't played so much this season filling in and stepping up when needed. Luckily today we chose the right tactic, and pat on the back for the management staff.
But also as well in those final 10 minutes and the added time as well, it was nervous, I guess, not just for Liverpool and its supporters, but for you as well.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, you know you've got a point and you want to salvage as much as possible, and they're throwing everyone forward and Van Dijk's coming up front and you're thinking, here we go again. But no, it was an enjoyable night under the lights.
And a real team effort, Ilya. There is only one, though, player of the match. Would you like to do the honour?
I think he deserves it a lot. So JJ, congrats, my friend.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate it.
Story of Leeds United's evening, because they did make changes. Daniel Farke made 4 in all. Rested 1 or 2 key players with Manchester United to come on Sunday, and they did the job for his team. First away clean sheet, first clean sheet of any kind since August, and they put this run together, this unbeaten run at a time, Micah, when people were questioning the manager and the direction that Leeds United were going, but now 7 points clear of the bottom 3.
Yeah, I think it's been magnificent. If you look at the games, the Chelsea, the Liverpool, the Brentford, the Palace, all of these games you're thinking on paper, if you get a few draws, maybe 1 win, you've done your job. But to go through that and get the amount of points that Leeds have, when everyone wrote them off, and I think it was maybe because Calvert-Lewin early in the season wasn't scoring, now he's taking them chances. But with Leeds, I don't like the way everyone just talks about them like a set-piece team. They're hard to beat. Yes, they were hard to beat tonight, but they also can play with the energy. Yeah, the interviews there with Gruev. The time to jump, there was compact and there was aggressive, and that all stems from the manager. They are a really good team to watch, especially at home as well.
Would there be any kind of what-ifs? What if we had actually taken the risk with Calvert-Lewin and Okafor from the start?
Well, I think the formation change was key for them. I think that second half performance against Man City was the catalyst, probably the confidence.
No, sorry, I meant in the game today.
Oh, today? Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But it was a good time to change, and they caused big problems for Liverpool. I think it's about protection. Look, it's a tough game for them tonight, and like James Justin just said, you know, going away at Anfield, you know they're going to throw the kitchen sink at you, so it was important for them to defend well, which they did, so credit to them.
A couple of really good goals we've seen at Selhurst Park.